Most people think of a 401k as boring. Set it, forget it, hope for the best. But what if I told you your 401k can be the engine that powers both stability and growth across your entire investment life? Hi, my name is David. Today, I'm breaking down my exact 401k contribution and rollover strategy, how I separate employer money from employee money, and how I turn cash into a true stability engine without giving up long-term upside. Let's get into it.
First, an important clarification that trips up a lot of investors. Yes, you can choose to make employee contributions to a Roth 401k, but your employer match, that always goes into a traditional 401k. That distinction matters because it determines how the money is taxed and, more importantly, how I deploy it later. When you contribute to an employer 401k, it's critical to select low-fee investments. Fees compound just like returns, only in the wrong direction. You can evaluate fees by looking at the expense ratio. For example, an index fund with a 0.03% expense ratio costs just $3 per year for every $10,000 invested. That's efficiency working in your favor. Here's how my current contributions and allocations are set up inside my employer 401k. Fidelity 500 Index Fund, FXAIX, 30%. FXAIX has a 0.015% expense ratio and provides broad U.S. market exposure. Vanguard Developed Markets Index Fund, VTMGX, 40%. VTMGX carries a 0.05% expense ratio. Why allocate so much here? Because as of February 2026, developed international markets have outperformed U.S. equities since early 2025, and that trend has been accelerating, driven by de-dollarization and a weaker dollar environment. This allocation isn't accidental. I track institutional behavior, and firms like BlackRock and Vanguard have been steadily increasing offshore exposure. That's not noise, it's a signal. My recommendation? Grow your international sleeve through new contributions, not by selling and rebalancing. That preserves your cost basis and allows the engine to keep compounding. Lastly, I contribute to Fidelity Government Money Market Fund, FNBXX, 30%. FNBXX carries a 0.25% expense ratio. This allocation is not dead money. It's intentional and temporary. Disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing here is financial advice. I'm simply sharing my personal journey, the mistakes, the lessons, and the systems I've used to rebuild my second act. Investing always involves risk, and past performance never guarantees future results. If you need personalized guidance, consult a certified financial professional who can help you build a plan tailored to your situation. Now, let's get back to learning. An in-service rollover is a strategy that allows you to move money from your current employer's 401k plan into an IRA or another qualified retirement account while you're still employed. No job change required. Key features of an in-service rollover are eligibility. Typically available to employees age 59 and a half or older, though some plans allow it earlier depending on tenure or plan type. Purpose: gives you access to broader investment options, lower fees, and more control than your employer's 401k menu. Tax treatment: if done correctly, it's a non-taxable event. The rollover preserves the tax-deferred or Roth character of the funds. Here's how the money moves. Traditional 401k portion rolls into my self-employed traditional 401k. You can also roll it into a traditional IRA. Roth 401k portion rolls into my self-employed Roth 401k. You can also roll it into a Roth IRA. This keeps the tax treatment clean, avoids commingling, and gives me full ETF control once the funds land on the other side. If you're younger than 59 and a half, the play is different. Increase existing contributions by 15% each into your broad market exposure and your international exposure. Now, let's talk about what happens to that FNBXX money once it leaves the employer plan.
The FNBXX portion that rolls into my self-employed traditional 401k or your traditional IRA becomes the stability engine. This is not about chasing returns. This is about capital preservation, liquidity, and reliable yield. Here's how I designed my stability engine. 1. Ultra Short Treasury Core, 40%, zero volatility focus. SGOV, 25%. BILS, 15%. These ETFs anchor the portfolio. They are designed to behave like enhanced cash, not bonds. 2. Ultra Short Active Credit, 30%, cash plus yield. Pulse, 20%. JAAA, 10%. This sleeve adds incremental yield without duration risk. Think of it as paid patience. 3. Short-term bonds, 30%, stability plus income. VGSH, 15%. VCSH, 15%. Short duration, controlled volatility, still defensive. The result? A low-stress allocation that can be tapped, rebalanced, or redeployed when markets get chaotic. Now let's flip to the Roth side. The FNBXX portion that rolls into my self-employed Roth 401k or your Roth IRA becomes the growth engine because Roth dollars deserve maximum upside. Here's my allocation. SCHG, 35% core growth exposure. SPMO, 25% momentum factor tilt. XMMO, 20% mid-cap momentum. GLDM, 5% gold diversification. SHLD, 5% aerospace and defense. EUAD, 5% international factor exposure. URA, 5% strategic thematic tilt. This is where I lean into volatility because future gains are tax-free, so why not benefit from potential explosive growth? Let me leave you with this thought. Your employer 401k is designed to deliver capital preservation, liquidity, a reliable yield, broad U.S. market exposure, and international developed market exposure. It acts as your stability engine, and if you're 59.5 or older, it can also act as your growth engine. One more important rule. DRIP is always set to active on all ETF holdings. That enables every distribution to automatically compound, no cash drag, and no emotion required. This system runs quarter after quarter, regardless of headlines. Here are a few final takeaways to help you stand out in a crowd. Your 401k isn't just a retirement account. It's a financial control system. The employer match delivers stability by providing an immediate, risk-free return on your contributions. Roth contributions compound into tax-free growth, maximizing long-term upside. Cash and short-term fixed income provide strategic liquidity, not idle capital. Automation enforces behavioral discipline, removing emotion from decision-making. When these components work together, your system compounds quietly, consistently, and without emotion. If you're in your second act or thinking long-term, this is how you turn a standard 401k into a reliable stability engine. If this breakdown helps clarify your strategy, hit like and subscribe. As always, I appreciate your support, and I'll see you in the next one.